What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video, and today we're going to be discussing Artemi Panarin. Now, I'm recording this video on Friday, November 9th, so if any stats or anything switches or any news comes up, I apologize, but I can't predict the future, so I gotta make sure I say that. But this is going to be talking about Artemi Panarin, giving an update on where he might be. Of course, I don't have inside sources, but from reading articles from verified sources and collecting information and just probably, common sense, a lot of fans would say, we're just going to try to figure out where he might be and what the situation probably looks like. So there's been a ton of rumors over the last year, or maybe since the summer, early, end of last season, something like that, that Panarin may not want to stay with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, the Blue Jackets have been said to have tried to rekindle their relationship, try to see what's going on, but it's fully believed that right now, as we speak, that Panarin's decision would be to leave the Columbus Blue Jackets at the end of the season. So clearly that's not a good thing. Panarin led the team in scoring last year, had a career high in points, and through this year, in 15 games played, at the time I'm making this video, he has 16 points. Now, again, those points can change overnight if Columbus is playing on Friday, November 9th. I'm not sure if I'm posting this the next day or today. I'm not sure. Trying to post more, so make sure to subscribe, by the way. I'd really appreciate that. Let's get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm posting a lot more for you guys. Christmas is coming up, so this is like a little gift for you guys, because you guys completely deserve it. But see, that sounded really rude. I'm not saying that my videos are a Christmas gift. I'm just saying I want to post more because you guys deserve it. Sorry. Forget that whole thing. I'm going to leave that in there. That's hilarious. But anyway, 16 points in 15 games for him at the time I'm making this. 5 goals, 11 assists. This guy is going to score more than 82 points this year. I expect a 90-point season from this guy. He's still fairly young. I believe he's like 26 or 27 years old. But the big question is that he is a free agent at the end of the year. And Columbus is in a tough spot because they are a decent team. That Metro Division is tough. So if towards the trade deadline they feel like, okay, listen, all these teams are getting better. Let's say Vancouver stays good on the other side, and a bunch of teams in the East and West, they're just like, they all look like they're just monster contenders, and they feel like even if they got to the Cup final, they're going to lose, or even if they get to the playoffs, they're not going to make it too far. Teams will do that, and that's the thing. Sometimes you just have to go, okay, listen, we have to be realistic here. We might lose Bobrovsky, we might lose Panarin. We got to get as much back for these guys as we can. And I said in the Bobrovsky video that I made, he's a star goaltender in this league. You can't replace that very easily. So if he leaves, you're out of a star goaltender whose stats will get better, even though his goals against average is over 3, and he's got, a 906, 912, around that range save percentage. It will get much better. He's proven that he's one of the best goalies in the world. He's had a couple bumps, but we do know that he's great. Artemi Panarin, leading scorer, best player on this team. There's a lot of young pieces on this team that are going to get better as well, like Dubois, Werenski, of course Anderson, Atkinson. They have a lot of guys who are in the range of still being fairly young that are going to be very good in the future as well. And of course Jones on defense. Anthony Duclair has looked good on this Columbus team, giving him a shot. But Panarin is the guy. He puts up 80 points. We've seen him score a lot. There's been crazy rumors over the summer, like the Toronto thing that Freeman tossed out there. That was ridiculous. That didn't happen. I made a video on that if you want to check it out. Rumors of maybe Chicago wanting to get him back if they would put together a package because they want to, fix the mistake that they made. I know Saad's a great player. He fit in probably better with Columbus, and he's doing okay with Chicago. He's won there, so he's good. But since that trade, Chicago hasn't looked all that great. And Panarin is going to be a free agent. He would probably consider them in free agency depending on how the money is. The cap will go up. Again, people are so worried about cap situations. Yeah, there's teams that are stuck, but the cap is going up, probably up 10 million in the next 3 seasons. That's just how it is. And with all this, the betting stuff coming in, Seattle's team coming in, like the league is going to be bringing in a ton of more money. Lots of money is coming in. So Columbus, in a perfect world, would like to hold on to him because he is their best player. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And it's unfortunate. Like I said, Panarin is the best player on this team. And if you lose a guy like him, or if you feel like you're going to lose a guy like him, you have to move him before the trade deadline if you don't feel like your team is doing good. Now, Columbus fans, if you don't want to hear this, I don't blame you. But let's just say Columbus is having a poor year towards the deadline. no doubt in my mind Panarin's getting traded. Like, you can't keep this guy if he feels like he's not going to be there at the end of the year signing a long-term deal. Unless you throw the money that he wants at him, and maybe there is discussions, I don't know. It's not looking like he's going to want to stay. So you're going to have to recoup anything you can get, and it would probably be quite a lot. He would be a great rental for a team who's either on their way to try making the playoffs, or a team that's already solidified as a playoff team that has cap room that can take a guy like him on. Panarin's a guy that could help you win a Stanley Cup, like legitimately put you over the edge and win a cup. He can put up a lot of points. He's proven to be a lethal scorer in this league. So if you add him to a team that needs that, or it just wants to be an overdrive, just overkill, wants more scoring, then Panarin's that guy. And it's the same thing with Bobrovsky. If you need a goaltender, if Bobrovsky's having a good season, and at the trade deadline, regardless, teams will be interested. You have to move those guys. You have to recoup whatever you can get, because it doesn't make sense to hold on to the people that probably won't re-sign at the end of the season if you can get a lot back for them. It would make Columbus probably a pretty good team for years to come, even though they're losing star players, unless they go for purely draft picks, which probably when they'd look for roster players back. It's been said that they've been looking for roster players back. So this is going to get really interesting. I don't know. I want you guys to give me your thoughts down below on whether or not you think Artemi Panarin is going to be traded by the Columbus Blue Jackets, or if something will get resolved. How much money do you think he's going to get in free agency? Maybe predict the team that he'll get traded to at the deadline, or how much he'll sign, what team he'll sign with at the end of the year. We're far away from that stuff, but I just wanted to make sure I got my thoughts out there now. So if something turns out right, I mean, that's good. I predicted it. But if not, then we can go back and laugh at this video. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad. Let's get to 4,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.